Hello, welcome back to my channel. I just realized this is the thing with me. I'm so distracted. I'm so unorderly. I just realized I have these two things on my arm. These are like hair things, whatever you call them. And that immediately distracted me. Hello, welcome back to my
I
channel.
have some on my hand all the time, but
Yeah. That
your
immediately
distraction
distracted.
now. Look at this.
No, it distracted me because I don't like having them on my hands. Because that happens. That is the thing. Only if you have long hair, you get it. The constant things on your hands. But I don't like having that. So the moment I see I wear them, I always get distracted by myself. We're not even 5 minutes into we're not even 1 minute into the stream and we're already distracted.
That's just how this show goes. We're just constantly
Basically.
distracted. I have a game
anyhow.
on in the background too, so you might see some animation. I'm a Donnarumma watch.
Anyhow, I was just going to say, Norway, on the way to the World Cup, Haaland scoring 12 goals, I believe, so far in the qualifiers. Now, Gyökeres and Isak combined have zero goals. So let's talk about world-class strikers. Erling Haaland, because you saw this as well. I was
we have a guest. Again. Sorry.
Hello, Katniss.
Hello, Katniss. Would you like to say hello? It's okay. I can just put. I'm sitting on a different spot than I normally do. I thought she was. It's out of the office, and that's where her little kitty heating pad is. So I thought she would stay in there, and then she's like, "Nah, I'm coming out here." So it's okay. I just put her in my lap.
She is uncontrollable. You cannot. I mean, Katniss in the Hunger Games is a revolutionary. Like you can't control it.
A real rebel. Look at that face. She's a real rebel. She's ready to take over the house. There you go. And all it takes is for me to plop her down on my feet, and she's like, "Yep, I'm cool." See, she's just like, "Yep, I'm cool."
My dog is more controlled than that. But it's the thing here. Teaching a dog to listen is a lot easier for some reason. They're very stubborn animals, but once they know what they're supposed to do, they do it.
Whereas we did not just plan that. Like back-to-back sips at the same time. It worked out perfectly.
Whereas a cat, I feel like cat shit, you can't teach them to listen at all. Like you can maybe teach them to listen a bit, but they're never going to properly obey commands. Like if I tell my dog to sit, he's going to sit, and you can easily teach that to a dog. But to a cat, you can't teach that, can you? They just don't want to.
Well, she does respond to a raised voice. So she'll know she screws up when I start yelling, but now she's too old to really be naughty.
She is already a bit old, isn't she? Yeah.
14.
Anyhow, back on subject.
Okay, Haaland is the best striker.
Yeah, we're talking about world-class strikers here. You saw on my timeline as well. I was engaging with someone again who was claiming Haaland isn't world-class. And listen, people have opinions.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
I respect opinions, but here's the thing. There's a difference between opinions and facts. You can't have an opinion about a fact. Facts are true regardless of your opinion. If I said I don't think Pep Guardiola is still the best manager in the world, that'd be an opinion. If I said Pep Guardiola was never the best manager in the world, that wouldn't be an opinion, that'd be blatantly wrong. If you say Haaland is not world class, that's not an opinion, you're just wrong. It actually baffles me that Man City fans are saying that.
Well, yeah, I have to deal with one of those every day who says that we're a better team without Haaland. And then they're just like, well, look at last season when we played better without him, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I can't. You guys showed up on Patrick's stream a few times.
But
so,
we
yeah, you can kind of we'd call the insane asylum. Get the jacket out. Nurse, get the meds. Like, I don't get it. I don't know what else this guy needs to do. He's improving his hold up play. You say he's not a complete striker. He's made dramatic improvements to that this season in particular, but over the course of his already his 4th season with our team. It's like crazy.
Look at Spurs. The assists that should have not been denied to Jack Grealish. Then against Spurs again, the goal, which was denied for the handball, which should have not been denied. And then, against Spurs once again, the pass into Marmouche, which he did brilliant to create that space for himself. 3 times where he should have either had a goal or an assist against Spurs each time, where he creates the chance himself. He just dribbles through people, or he makes an insane pass, but it just doesn't go his way. This is not a guy who can't pass or who can't dribble. But why dribble if one pass over the top, you're in and you scored?
Yeah, man, just I don't know. I don't know what people want. I really don't. I just can't bother with him. I'm just like, look, he's the best striker on the planet. I'm glad he's on our team. If he could do whatever he needs to do, whatever he thinks is good. If he's developing that like instinct to try to do more, like not necessarily do it himself, fine. But if he is going to try to do it himself, even better. Because like that Brentford goal, the only goal we scored, by the way, was like all him. Like I don't think anybody really helped him on. I know Vardiol got the assist, but like the amount of work that Haaland had to do. Yeah, I have to back my husband, right? My Croatian husband right now. I don't know where this came from, but everybody just thinks I'm madly in love with him. And I'm like,
it's because you glaze him constantly.
Okay, fine. I'm not that big of a cougar though. He's way too young. What is he, 22? No. I'm almost twice that.
Is he 22? No. Wait, is he younger than me?
I think he's 22 or 23. Is he 23?
Yeah, he's the same age as me. There we go. That's actually kind of wild to think about, not gonna lie.
God, so what was that, 2002? Oh, God. Yeah, I was born in the 1980s, so I'm not... I can't be seen with guys born in the 2000s. I'm not rich enough for that. Maybe if I had a bit more money, I could...
Or if the guy in his 20s had some body.
Yeah, but he's not going for some old lady.
You don't know. So, some people have peculiar tastes. Look at DiCaprio. He goes the opposite way.
Oh, yeah, the endless jokes about he goes to an award ceremony. By the time the ceremony ends, his date is too old for him. That was a classic Ricky Gervais joke. But, yeah, I'm happy to see what Haaland's done. I think he's really carrying our team right now. I'd like to see him get the armband a few times, too, just to kind of solidify that.
Yeah.
Because he's improving. Because my biggest gripe with him in the leadership role has always been his body language. Because you can tell he gets very frustrated at times when people are ignoring him, and he doesn't hide it. I'm the same way. I don't hide. If I'm pissed off, you're gonna see it, because I'm gonna have the worst body language in the world. And so, but I'm also not the captain of a football team, so I'm not a leader of any sort. So it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. But I've noticed he's been better about that this season. And I know there's certain players he gets very frustrated with, like our dear friend Jeremy Doku. A lot of discussion about him in the timeline this week.
We'll get to him. I mean,
Doku Glazers go home. My favorite Alfie tweet of all time.
Here's the thing, though, yeah. Like, you have different roles and functions, like in everything in life, not just football, in everything. If you are being paid to be a manager, you should do that job well. It's not about it being difficult. It's about you're paid to do it. If you're paid to be a captain for a football club, you should do that role well. It's not about is it difficult. It's about you're paid to do it. And if you can't do it, well, then you should not be paid to do it. It's that simple, in my opinion. With Haaland, I think he would still get frustrated if he did not get any passes to him. I don't think it's that he suddenly became a less irritable person. I think it's he now gets more balls played into him. So when it happens once in a while, he doesn't get irritated, because once in a while you won't get the ball. But when it happens for a full game, I think he'd still get angry if that happened. But it's good, in my opinion, that he's no longer being ignored for full games. I mean, he scored 9 goals out of our 13, if you exclude our own goals. So, yeah, we're kind of dead without him right now, goal-scoring-wise.
Yeah, it's kind of concerning. I thought Foden would have scored a few more by now. And I think Tijani Reinders has been getting in really good positions. He's just forgetting how to shoot or something. Like I'm happy he's in the positions at least, because it's more concerning if nobody's getting in a position to score and they're just like fluffing. They're being like Savinho basically. They're getting in front. Yeah. They're getting in front of the goal and they can't pull the trigger. But at least they're getting in front of the goal instead of just being like pinned back for the whole game.
But to be fair to Tijani, he did get the ball against Brentford on target, but it was just a very good save by the Brentford goalkeeper. I feel like if you do that 3 times, you're going to score 2 out of 3 times.
It happened at Monaco too.
Then watch that.
Yeah, he had a couple of chances in Monaco, and their keeper apparently is not that good. I've only watched a few games,
yeah,
their keeper's not very good, and he turned into Fleck and Buffon that day.
Nah, their goalkeeper is proper scummy of Monaco. But I can't remember Tijani shoot missing against Monaco.
He had a couple.
Yeah, I know he had a couple, but I can't remember the goalkeeper making any save against him. That's what I mean.
There's at least one.
I just can't remember it.
What a save from Donnarumma.
Speaking of Tijani, people are on Tijani's case right now. Do you think justifiably so? Because I think Tijani has actually... I think that Tijani has actually been pretty good. But a lot of people are like, he's been shit. I don't get it. I don't get why people are like, he's been trash or this or that. I think he's played as a decent engine. I think he's been active. He's played balls forward. Sure, he doesn't score every game, but it's not his job to. Foden should be scoring more. Doku, Sherky when he gets back, Savio, Bob. These are the players who should be scoring more goals. So Tijani, I'm not rating on how many goals does he score.
I wouldn't say I've been like disappointed. I will kind of start out by saying that I had very lofty expectations. I just figured he would slot right in and just start cooking right away. And then the Wolves game really kind of gassed that up. I was like, oh my God, if this is what we're going to see. But you can tell from the next few games, like he is struggling to fit in with the pace and the physicality of the Premier League. And this is also kind of a brand new midfield in a sense too. Cause like, Foden's coming back into it. Rodri has been in and out because of his health. And even when he's playing, Rodri is kind of not fully there. I mean, he's helping us quite a bit, but he's not like, Rodri. So when I factor that stuff in, I'm going to give Tijani a break. I think him and Foden are starting to pick up some chemistry a little bit. Like it's been, like compared to like games like 2 to 6 and versus like the last couple that we've had. That by 6, I mean like also the Champions League and the Cup game. He's looking a lot better in these more recent games. So I wouldn't call him I wouldn't say he's been bad or he's been shit or like been a letdown. I just expected him to be a lot better than he was, but I'm reevaluating like my goalposts and I'm giving him some time to kind of settle in, and you can see his performance is starting to improve, and I think it'll just keep improving. And I think at some point he's just going to get it, and it's just going to be like that. He's just going to get it, and he's going to take off. Like I have faith in him, that kind of a player. Like he has the experience. He's been at the top level for long enough. So, yeah, I mean, it's a big step going from Serie A to the Premier League because the Premier League's most difficult league in the world. So I think he's doing fine. Like
much more difficult than Bundesliga, by the way, for a certain striker who gets 27 goals, penalties to score 100 goals.
Oh, don't forget La Liga too. There's other players that get the same, maybe not 27 penalties, but they get quite a few penalties. If you looked at the chart, they were showing how many goals in a season, a club and country. Haaland is number 1, and it said 1 penalty. Kane and Mbappe have 6 penalties each.
Yeah.
I was like, that'll just never happen and Manchester City this season have 0 penalties. We've gotten 0. We've conceded 2 penalties and 2, one in the Champions League and one in a Premier League game. No, has it been 2? No, it's been 2 penalties in the Prem. Right? I'm tripping. Anyways, we have received 0 penalties is what I'm trying to say. And Bayern Munich get one almost every game. Real Madrid get one almost every game. So not saying they're invalid goals, but
no,
Erling Haaland is just never going to get those opportunities at Manchester City.
It's the thing, though. Penalties happen. Naturally, they will happen. But when you play in a Liga, you're going to get more penalties. Because
especially if you're favored by the league too, especially if your team is one of the like the league, like one of the most they're the most popular team in the world. Like the league favors them because they know they win money. They get more money when that team is good. So I'm sure there's a few more lenient opportunities for them. You see in the Premier League too. How many penalties does Mo Salah get in a season? He gets quite a few because Liverpool are one of the favorite teams in the Premier League. They get more penalties called.
I think if you look at just in general, if look at the penalties that Haaland wins when he does get one, against the penalties that Mbappe and Kane receive as well. Usually when Haaland gets a penalty, it's because Haaland was fouled. Usually when Kane or Mbappe score a penalty, it's because one of their teammates was fouled, especially Olise is winning the penalties for Kane. So, hey, penalty fair enough, but let's not pretend that scoring
there's definitely bias in the Premier League, though. Come on, remember that penalty that Jota got at Anfield against Newcastle like 2 seasons ago? That was
remember the
bullshit.
penalty
that's at Anfield. They get those penalties. We don't. They also dive better. I'll say that. Doku gets fouled quite a bit in the box. He needs to learn how to fall down, and then maybe some of those would get called.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with football. You need to dive, or you don't get them called for some reason. I mean, they want to get dived.
Haaland is constantly mobbed by defenders too, and they hardly ever call any fouls on it. Like he just the amount of like physicality that he has to endure, and without getting any kind of like they don't even get cards, they don't get fouls called on him, and it's just like they just manhandle him, and it's it's like he's being punished for being a big guy.
I mean, absolutely, he is. I mean, he just runs through challenges as well a lot. When he runs through a challenge, that could be a yellow card for an opposition player, but he runs through it, and it's not called. That's just poor refereeing, but this is the thing with football. They don't award free kicks, they don't award they don't punish fouls unless the player dives. Then the player dives, and they say, oh, there's a diving problem. Well, don't award diving.
It's so frustrating. They need to make their mind up, and they just don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's annoying, but listen, I think Haaland is better than Mbappe, than Kane, and that's all that really matters for us, because it will even out. At the end of the season, when Harry Kane goes missing in all the big moments, as he has done for his entire career, and will continue to do, because he's not a good player, he's not a world-class player, he's a bottle job. When that happens, you'll fall behind a little bit. It's just the way it goes. Mbappe, I think Real Madrid is going to struggle a lot this year again. It just does not look like they're really clicking into gear, do they? It looks like Vinicius is now getting benched as well. Vini Jr. played terribly for Brazil, which is funny. Imagine being Vini Jr. and you're the worst forward on the Brazil team.
I think, because Rafinha's out, so I think he's still a starter though for them. But I know Rafinha's out. So what was it? Him and Rodrigo started? I didn't watch that game yesterday. I didn't even know
Rodrigo didn't start. It was some other guy. I forgot his name. But
Savinho, because he didn't even go up.
No, Savio didn't start either.
I don't think he's even called up on this call. I don't even think he's.
That's possible. To be fair, he's not played at all. He has played one game for us, but he wasn't very good.
Well, Pep is going to shove him into the team to try to get him on fitness. Yeah, that's how I'm looking at it.
Well, he better start being good then, because
he should not have been taken off it, or he should not have stayed on the pitch for the full 90 at the Brentford game. Oscar Bob was way better than he was, and Oscar Bob got hooked. I didn't understand that. That to me is like, yeah, they're forcing him. I think they're trying to justify that he allegedly turned down big money for him. So they're gonna give him every opportunity to prove them correct. And I'm just like, I don't know if that's the right way to run a football club. That's what our neighbors down the road tend to do. And I'm like, I don't want to be doing anything they do.
I want to win trophies, which is not what they do. So you know what thing is, yeah? Because I look at the Premier League right now. It's not really that good. They're not a Premier League winning side, but no one is. If I'm looking around at other teams, there's no real Premier League winning side in this league, is there? Liverpool have made, dare I say, terrible signings.
Yeah, they have a massive hole in defense too. They don't. There's a rumor going around that Konate got injured yesterday for France or whatever day it was. That's a rumor that I've heard. I don't know if there's any truth to it. I guess we'll find out on Sunday? That when they play.
But what if though? What if Van Dijk gets injured?
They're done. They're done.
I know it's like a what if, but like I feel like Van Dijk, he's not even been that top player this season. What if he gets injured, or if he regresses? If he just regresses as a player throughout the season?
He's getting no help either, because neither fullback is doing anything defensively.
Bro, Konate's
head is in Madrid. He's not paying attention. Konate is like awful this season.
It's like John Stones is always fit for England, but never for us.
I think John Stones started the game again today, and wasn't the first game a friendly?
But you know what it is, yeah? John Stones.
I gotta look this up.
John Stones was dropped from England's national team. Immediately, he was fit again for Man City. When he got called back up for England, he stopped playing for City again. He got injured again. Is that a coincidence when it keeps happening?
I think he needs to sort his priorities out, because I think it's just extremely unfair to... Oh, no, this is a qualifier today. I guess the first game was a friendly. Sorry, I'm looking. They're winning right now. They're playing Latvia. I'm like, how does England always get these like scrub teams?
Well, it's because it works by ELO. Your ELO rating determines what pot you are in. And what pot you are in determines what group you can get drawn into. And like Germany is in pot 1, and a pot 1 team will never face another pot 1 team. So Spain, France, England, Belgium too, I believe, are all pot 1. So they won't play against each other. Italy is pot 1. So
yeah, I have that game on right now.
Yeah,
it's randomly on Amazon Prime for the United States.
But yeah,
there's like no one. I don't know what they're playing, but there's no one there.
But you'll notice you'll never have a group of death in these qualifiers. It just doesn't happen because the system is created in a way to favor the big nations, the big teams, almost like they bring in more money for FIFA, and it's important. Shocker.
Leandro Trossard is the ref in this game. The lookalike. Whoever that guy is, like cousins. He looks just
shit, mate.
No score. Italy's held one. Anyways,
I hope Italy loses. Actually.
Oh, because that'll help Norway.
Yeah. I think if Italy loses, that Norway is qualified, aren't they?
I think so, yeah. Scenes if Italy missed the World Cup in 3 straight World Cups. Can you imagine that?
Italy has not qualified for the World Cup since winning it.
Yeah, they were in the 2014 World Cup. They were in the 2010 World Cup. They were in the 2010 World Cup, yeah.
Italy.
Yeah, they have. They missed Russia and they missed Qatar.
Oh yeah, but they got grouped. Yeah,
they were there. They just were awful. They haven't made a serious run in the cup since winning it.
Yeah.
That's actually the first World Cup I ever watched. I didn't watch the final though. I watched USA and Italy. USA Italy was my first game.
You watched the World Cup, but you did not watch the final.
No, well, I literally just watched like USA versus Italy, and then I think USA got eliminated, and I was like, I don't care anymore. This is the beginning of Kel's becoming a football fan. It took some time.
So
this was not on TV when I was a kid. Like we could not watch Premier League.
So you did not watch 2010 Spain?
I did, yeah. I did. I started watching like hardcore seriously. That was the first World Cup I hardcore watched. But the actual first game that I watched was USA versus Italy in the 2006 World Cup. And Italy was a super team, and that was the only points that Italy dropped in the entire tournament.
Okay,
fair. A dusty USA team. Landon Donovan.
Isn't Donovan one of the top assistants in international football or something like that?
Maybe for USA, but that's not really saying
no,
much.
I think he's like... I think
is he?
He's the second highest after Messi.
Oh, wow. Well, we can stat pad because our conference, the CONCACAF, is utter garbage. That's why it's shocking we didn't qualify in 2018 because our conference is dead. Like it's all a bunch of like very tiny countries that don't have large economies, so their teams are garbage.
Landon Donovan has the most assists in international football. He's got one more than Messi.
Wow. We'll see how long that lasts.
Until Messi's next game, probably.
My God. Yeah. Landon Donovan gets a stat pad against like Panama, Nicaragua, the Bahamas, those kind of teams. I don't even know Bahamas, there's just a lot of real, like CONCACAF is garbage.
I mean,
like, USA is the best team. Mexico, it's always USA or Mexico. Canada is getting better though.
You've got like Saint Kitts and Nevis. You've got Saint Lucia. These are
Barbuda and Trinidad and Tobago.
These are absolutely tiny nations.
Yeah, like they're yeah.
I think even sovereign
Curacao.
Although, as Saint Kitts and Nevis and the other Saint Lucia, are these even sovereign countries?
I don't think they are, but they have their own football federations. Kind of like, isn't Faroe Islands like its own? Like Denmark has its own, or Greenland has their own team, even though they're not a sovereign nation. I think, I want to say Puerto Rico does, but I actually don't know now that I think about it.
Let me look that up.
But yeah, a lot of those island nations, I don't think they're sovereign, but they have their own
Puerto Rico does have a national football team. I don't even. Why does Puerto Rico?
The Virgin Islands.
No. Why does Puerto Rico play in CONMEBOL?
I don't know. And I think that like Guyana and Suriname play in CONCACAF instead of CONMEBOL.
What the fuck is
when they're on the South American continent? I have no idea. It's utter woke nonsense. That's what it is.
Bro, CONCACAF is proper shit. I'm just looking through these countries right now. I don't know half of these countries. I thought I knew my geography. I apparently do not.
Maybe it has something to do with the fact that like they're not a sovereign nation, so they can't play like they're overlords or whatever.
They're overlords,
quote unquote overlords. We're not trying to get into.
But the Faroe Islands.
We're not trying to start a colonial war here.
But the Faroe Islands have played though against. I think the Faroe Islands have played against Denmark. So.
Oh, have they? Oh.
I don't know if that's true. Anyhow, whatever. It is a bit weird.
That'd be an interesting deep dive. I'd have to. I'm not good. I might look into. I have nothing to do today. I did all my cooking earlier, so.
Elo is shit, by the way, says Rosa.
What happened?
Nothing. But Rosa. Rosa in chat said Elo is shit. So it's a problem, Rosa, with the Elo system. It was invented in the 1900s for chess. The ELO, by the way, it's not an abbreviation, it's a word, was invented for chess. in chess, you will play 40 to 80 games every year. So the ELO system works based on playing 40 to 80 games as a single player. So your level is being recorded, not a group's level, your level, over 40 to 80 games every year. In football, how many international games do you play in a year? 10? 15
yeah, 10.
at most?
It depends if there's a tournament, but they have all these summer tournaments now because, heaven forbid anybody gets a summer off from football, including these poor players. Heaven forbid. Let's just make up the Nations League, whatever.
Yeah, we need the money. We need the money. We're desperate here.
Not in the USA because they've overpriced the tickets, so the games are usually like empty because they're trying to charge $200 a ticket for like a friendly. I'm like, what? Who can afford that? Like, people can't put gas in their cars. People can't even afford food. Italy have a penalty for some odd reason.
Yeah, it's been a lot of
Italy up 1-0.
There's been a lot of scuffed.
Oh, look who's in the building to talk shit. Come on, Australia. Get out of here, Martin.
Who does Australia play?
Big up, Martin. Big up, Martin.
Australia is playing you guys. Yeah, big up Australia.
It's a friendly. We've already qualified for the World Cup because we're hosting it. So the hosting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So USA, Canada, and Mexico don't have to qualify because we're automatically in. So
which, by the way, don't you think that's 3 nations at the same time hosting the World Cup is stupid?
Well, they've done it. They're doing it. The next World Cup is going to be the same thing. It's going to be Spain
but
and
it's
Portugal?
stupid. Yeah, Spain. It should be either Spain or Portugal, not Spain and Portugal. I get that Belgium and the Netherlands did it together, but these are small nations. Was it Korea, Japan as well?
Yeah, they did the same thing. Yeah, in 2002.
Yeah, that I get. But the USA is 5th biggest country by land, I believe.
Third,
okay. You don't
Russia, Canada, and then USA.
Really? Canada's second?
I believe so.
I thought Brazil. I don't know why.
Sorry,
I thought
Martin.
Brazil
You invited me too late, Martin. I'm going on an American stream instead.
I guess Canada does have Canada does have like a lot of territory that's useless. So
it's all those islands up north. They're just massive. It's like Denmark is one of the top 10 because of Greenland.
But
I think 4th is China. China, Brazil, Argentina is pretty big. Algeria is massive.
It's not Algeria. It's Congo
Kazakhstan is gigantic.
Yeah, I'd imagine Congo would be in there,
Congo must be, I would say, top 20. Congo and like Argentina might be kind of in the same. Australia, if you count it as a country or a continent, I think they're top 5.
Yeah, I mean, the country of Australia would probably be in there.
Massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, China's big. And then you kind of, once you get, India's pretty big too, yeah.
I mean, India is a subcontinent, so.
It's getting smaller because, the continent's going, the Alps are going up. Or the Alps, no, sorry.
It's getting 1
Himalaya,
centimeter.
Sorry, I'm getting my geography.
It's smaller a year.
Yeah, I think it's like, a centimeter or something. It rises by like a centimeter every year. Like, that's crazy. Okay, we're having geography distractions. That's my bread and butter. That was my major in university. I have a geography degree, so.
Oh, big up.
I could talk this all day.
I could try. The geography has changed a lot, though, with all the borders changing and stuff. Like, Yugoslavia doesn't exist anymore. Germany is united now. Like, a lot of stuff is different now, isn't it?
My first geography book is from the 80s, and it still has a Soviet Union. Still has Zaire, still has Sudan used to be one of those big countries, but then they broke in half. So, or not full, not like 50.
Zaire, what is Zaire?
Zaire is now Congo and the Democratic Republic of Congo. That used to be one country called Zaire.
Oh, I didn't actually know that.
Zaire.
Yeah, I didn't actually know that. Bet nobody else doing a 2 a.m. watch along in UK for this. I'm mad.
Big up Mancunian way. I'm sure it's gonna be a great watch along.
Stateside versus Blues Down Under. That you know what this is, yeah? He's just hoping you guys lose. That's why he's watching it. He's not watching because he cares. He's watching because he hopes you lose and he wants to be there.
Martin, you gotta send me the link. I'll check in on your stream. I'll check in for a few minutes. I'll check in at halftime or something.
Hello,
there's an American channel doing a watch along with Strasbourg Steve and a bunch of other people. So he sent me the link yesterday. Martin, you were a little late.
Hello,
but, if you send me the link, I'll check it. I'll come and talk some smack.
Hello, big up to the foam. That's Liam from the city quit. Technically not. He still runs a Twitter page, so go check that out, I suppose. But he got banned from YouTube for the second time.
What? Did they not tell him? Because they're so. Strasbourg Steve has been banned twice. And
twice.
I think he's on timeout right now. That's why we created the second City Extra channel, or not City Extra, True City Fan. It's True City Fan Extra. So I got the name confused. Oh, now you're gonna leave. Goodbye. The cat is. She's just gonna walk around the computer and come back.
Yeah.
No. Don't chew the light. Don't chew the light. Come on, go away. There.
It's the most inevitable 0-0 I've ever seen. Hey, you know what? Yeah. I think the USA is gonna not the USA specifically, but either the USA, Canada, or Mexico are gonna absolutely flop in the World Cup. One of those three, because it just has to happen. We will be there. It will be so funny.
I think there's a very good chance all three of them could.
You don't back your nation at all, do you?
We're not good at it. No, we play American football. We don't play football.
Yeah, you play American hand egg.
No, the reason it's called football is because the ball is 1 foot long.
Really? That's so dumb.
Yeah. That's the sport for you, you know. Oh, look who's back. That's literally. I broke Alfie.
That's so dumb.
I don't know. I don't make the rules. I just call it the NFL, the National Football League. Come on, can you just...
England 3-0 apparently. Who did they play? Yes, it's playing Latvia. You told me earlier. Kane has scored a penalty, guys. Kane has scored a penalty.
Oh my God, shock. Harry Kane scoring a penalty? I've never seen that before in my life. He never gets penalties. Ever.
Yeah.
So what is that? 28 penalties now in the past 2 years? 29, 30?
No, those 27 was club only.
That was club only? Oh my God. Dude, I'm telling you, Shake Manster, we need some brown envelopes to some of these referees. Give us some dodgy pens and let Haaland stat pad so we can actually win the Ballon d'Or.
Bro, that's why we're talking to Trump. He knows about corruption.
You'll never sing that. My team owner talks to the U.S. president. You'll never sing that.
7 people hate watching the United States. There we go.
They're going to hate watch the U.S.? Jeez.
Yeah, on Martin's channel. That'll be lovely.
I'll see how the Americans react to that. How do they react to the hate watch?
You know what, though, yeah? Having Australians and Americans on the same panel would be great for that. I'm guessing that's what Martin is planning to do.
That's what he's doing. Yeah, he said that it's going to be because he has the Australia show and then he has the USA show. I'm not American. Apparently, I'm not American enough for that show. Apparently, but
yeah, you're excluded. You want to go to Europe? You're not even a true American, are you? How could you want to leave the greatest country on God's green earth?
It's so expensive.
Tomorrow, new Beneliga show. Yes, big up to Michael, who I do Beneliga show with every so often on Wednesday. Almost always on Wednesday. Belgium under 21s have scored against Denmark. I'm going to guess it's Stassin or Vermont. Let me see if I'm right. Not under 21s, please. Basset? Who the fuck is Basset?
I don't know.
Norman Basset. Who the fuck is this guy? He plays for Rams. Wait, I've never heard of this guy. Apparently, we have a new striker, guys. Played for the Mechelen. Damn, I guess he must have not been good because he was fucked off really quickly.
I stopped paying attention to that tournament because I think that USA actually was doing pretty good. We beat France. So I'm like, I had a little bit of hope. I'm like, oh, we beat France? Like maybe our team's actually kind of, I think we lost to Morocco though, but I wasn't paying attention. I think it was yesterday, the day before. I wasn't paying attention. My USA chat usually keeps me up on that stuff, and they went dead silent, so that probably means we got eliminated.
Sweden have sacked their manager, by the way.
I did see that, yeah.
He's
taking the fall for Gyökeres and Isak being utter dog poop.
Where's that world-class striker now? I'm still
aren't these two? These two are supposedly better than Erling Haaland. Isak, the best striker in the Premier League, and Gyökeres apparently better than Erling Haaland.
Gyökeres, you know what's crazy, by the way?
Crap this season.
Erling Haaland has scored more goals, international goals, than Aguero already. He scored more international goals already than Isak and Gyökeres combined. There we go.
He probably did that in the last game.
He scored more international goals already than Drogba. Like all these great strikers, Haaland has more goals and he's not even got 100 games. And I'm pretty sure, how many goals does Kane have for England? This might be a revelation, guys. Harry Kane for England has 74 goals. Sad. Almost had something cooking there.
I wonder how many of those are penalties.
You want me to count? I can go through every game to count it. So that might be pretty boring. I might do that later if I'm trying to cook a game.
1, 2. It's like counting to 1,000 when you're bored. 1, 2, 3. 994. 995.
No. By the way, Mark Goldbridge or Lee Gunner? Well, at least Lee Gunner is honest, usually.
Yeah, I don't see Mark Goldbridge because I have him muted on all apps, and it's fantastic.
I mean,
everybody whines about Twitter and how terrible it is.
Just
this
mute
feature
people.
Called the mute or the block button. It makes your life a lot. You don't have to see that crap. I have him muted. I have a bunch of Arsenal fans muted. I have a bunch of Liverpool fans muted. I have a bunch of I have a certain person who also doesn't think that Erling Haaland is world class. A certain Chelsea fan. Don't see any of his crap, so I don't hear any of his terrible takes because I filtered it out of my life, and it's way better. It's just way better that way.
I should really mute more people, but you know what? Yeah, there's this one Arsenal fan on Twitter, Egal, and I can just never mute him. He speak funny. Egal is honestly so delusional. It's funny. I think this
Martin can tell us about Egal because he goes on a panel with him every week.
Oh, Martin. Yeah.
Yeah, Martin goes on a panel with Egal every week. There was a clip of them going around. The two of them were like having a very serious debate, and it was quite entertaining.
But it's a problem I have with Egal. I don't like talking about other YouTubers on my channel, really, but no disrespect to Egal. Big up to him. But whenever he gets in a debate about Arsenal, he stops thinking logically. He will just make so many fallacies in a matter of seconds. He doesn't do it when he talks about other clubs, but when he talks about Arsenal, always makes a bunch of fallacies. It's very annoying. I think it's funny, but it's very annoying, I imagine, if you're actually talking to him.
Yeah, it's all about trying to keep the same energy for other teams, and I'm guilty of not doing that. I'm guilty of being biased against my team.
So. We're all biased.
I'm not going to blame him for doing that.
No,
he's entertaining to watch. So
we're all biased to some extent, but I feel like some people try to mind their bias more than others.
I also find the Arsenal fan base in general is very sensitive to any kind of critique about their team. I try to have rational debates and bring up actual points. Like one of it, I'll just say that I don't think they're getting the best out of Gyökeres because I think they're playing the wrong midfield. And I think I've said it on here. I think Declan Rice is the problem. He's not good going forward. When you're playing like a Simeone style, 4 center backs at the back and 2 DMs, you're just not going to get the ball. It's going to be very difficult to progress the ball forward. And there's no point in having a striker on the pitch because you can't get him the ball. And you've seen it. Gyökeres has struggled in many, many games. He no-showed against City. He no-showed against Liverpool. He no-showed against Newcastle. He no-showed against Man United. Like, he's no-showed in a lot of these big games because they can't get him the ball. And I try to like illustrate that. And they just lose their mind. They call me a hater. I have no football knowledge, this and that. They're just so extremely sensitive. And it's like, but then they're happy to point out the flaws of Man City.
You know,
and I just sit there and listen to them, and most of the time I agree with them. I'm like, yeah, you're seeing the same things I'm saying, and then I'm trying to apply that to their team, and then they just call me a hater.
You know why they're that sensitive, though? It's because most of their fans, well, not most of them, but a lot of their fans have not seen their team win a trophy.
Yeah, it's true, and they're just looking for like validation. Like they're obsessed with, like they want to be relevant, and they're just like not. But they want to be like in the discussion of like the best teams, but like the best teams win trophies. Like someone recently compared them to Atletico Madrid and like Simeone, like the before they, because like this season they've kind of dropped their gimmick of like the 5-5-0 that they were playing against us and whatever. They've kind of like eased the low block a little bit and they're attacking more. And somebody compared, they're like, yeah, they remind me of that like older style Atletico Madrid where they just were just constantly on defense, and they just never won anything. And I'm like, that's actually a really good comparison. I wish I remember who said it because I want to give them credit because it's a very good point.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? This year, I think with Arsenal, they just don't have the right manager. I mean, you can point at anything you want. With Arsenal, it comes down to they don't have the right manager. If they had a proper manager, they could change system or they could find some. They don't have that. They have a manager.
If they had Pep, they would have had 2 or 3 titles by now.
Let's not go. Hey, Pep is our guy. Let's not give him to Arsenal here. But yeah, if they had a proper manager, if they had Arsene Wenger, who is well washed by the way, but if they had Arsene Wenger in the treble season, they would have won the league title.
Yeah. Even somebody like, I mean, Enrique could probably elevate them to a Champions League winning team just based on what they have.
Enrique is just insane, I think.
Even somebody like Hansi Flick or Julian Nagelsmann, like those, I think those would be doing a lot better. If somehow Klopp got his hands on that roster, like they'd be flying. I'm trying to think of like some medium level teams that might, or medium level, like maybe not like the upper echelon of managers. The problem is there's not a lot of good managers. You know, it'd be kind of interesting. I know I don't know how it would stylistically work. Imagine Ancelotti with that roster. I don't know why. Like, that's just making me giggle. I'm like, Ancelotti.
Ancelotti's problem is he doesn't have tactics, bro. Ancelotti, I mean, he does have tactics. That's not be silly yet. But Ancelotti is really simplistic in his tactics. And I feel like if you don't have a great team with great chemistry, that doesn't work. If you have a team and all the players have great chemistry, just make simple tactics and they'll figure it out. But I feel Ancelotti always does that, I feel like. And when the team doesn't have great chemistry and they don't get along well, he doesn't do anything to fix those issues. I think Ancelotti can be really good when he's got a really good team, but I don't think he's one who can build that great team, in my opinion. At least not anymore. I've not seen Ancelotti in the 2000s and the 1990s as a manager, but at least right now, I don't think he does that anymore.
Well, all I keep hearing about is that Arsenal have the best squad in the Premier League. So if he can't make it work with that, then maybe he's overrated as a manager. That's according to Arsenal fans.
By the way,
I disagree with them.
Carlos Forbes, ex-Man City academy player.
Academy, yeah.
Has got 2 assists for Portugal under 21s. Spain is winning. Who's Spain playing against? Bulgaria.
I don't care about Spain right now because Rodri's not on their team. But come, I'm rooting for Spain to win the World Cup because I really need Rodri to win the World Cup to finally get the haters off his back.
Give that World Cup to me. I've been waiting long enough.
Sorry.
Nah.
I don't think you're good enough. I don't think you have a good enough defense.
France is shit. Italy
I don't know how that's possible.
Isn't going to be there. Germany is not very England. Good. Germany is Yamal will be humbled.
I don't think they're any good.
Lamine Yamal will be humbled.
By Portugal, maybe. Nuno Mendes has pocketed him.
Oh, no.
Can be.
Portugal
are very good. I really don't. I don't want Portugal to win, though, just because I would hate to see Ronaldo win a World Cup because I don't like the guy.
Hey, thanks.
And I really want it to end with Messi winning the World Cup and Ronaldo not winning the World Cup. But at the same time, I'm not going to complain if Ruben Diaz wins the World Cup.
That's
and true. Bernardo Silva.
But it's the Bruyne.
I just don't think Belgium. I think Belgium, I think there's the tier of the top, there's the top four. It's Argentina, France. I'm still going to put France in there, even though they're kind of hoeing right now. Spain and Portugal. And then I think there's a tier below, which is Germany, Belgium.
Yeah. But I don't think any of those.
I would put England in that. England might be able to be in the top echelon. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't.
There's a lot of.
I don't think any of the top echelon will win the World Cup. I think this is going to be a year where one of the not favorites wins.
Phil Foden winning the World Cup.
One goal, Phil Foden.
Yeah,
it's in the group stage.
Grealish, Gucci gang.
Jack Grealish, 10 goals in a World Cup. We will.
Nico O'Reilly and James Trafford on the World Cup team. Then I'll root for them. The problem is
let me tell you.
Well, the problem that I don't want England to win the World Cup is this is the stupidest reason, but I think Martin left, so I could talk shit on England. If you're still there, Martin, you're going to get enraged by this. You know how often that Chelsea fans are like, well, Enzo Fernandez is one of the best players in the world because he won the World Cup. I'm like, can you imagine Arsenal fans doing that? Bukayo Saka is the best because he won the World Cup and Declan Rice is the best because he won the World Cup and this and that. I don't want to hear that for the rest of my life.
That is why we need Belgium to win it so we can do that with Doku.
Oh, Kevin De Bruyne. I would probably cry tears of joy if Belgium won the World Cup for Kev.
Hey. Let me
and
sell
Kevin
you.
finally wins a Ballon d'Or that he got robbed of.
Let me sell you on why Belgium wins the World Cup. One, Courtois plays for the Belgium again, finally, after he complained for 2 years and being a bitch.
Well, I don't blame him because Roberto Martinez is an idiot.
True, to be fair, but yeah.
ESPN analyst does not make a good coach.
De Kuyper and Says as our new fullbacks full time, once Says is fully back from injury. We will cook. Theat is decent as a centre back. Just put Mechelen next to him, and you've got a good back four. Van Aken, Tielemans, and De Bruyne midfield. Cooks. Anyone except for the top few teams. I think Spain still has a better midfield. I mean, obviously, Spain has a better midfield.
Portugal's kind of really good
midfield, I think. That's it, really. I don't think Argentina's midfield is that great, to be honest.
Who is it? Enzo? I don't even know.
Yeah, that's it, Enzo. The rest is not that good.
I don't even know.
So I think Belgium actually has a better midfield than Argentina.
What about, you're not going to take the England midfield with, what is it, Declan Rice?
But England does not know
Everyone's over-gassing Declan Rice right now. I'm just
No, England, though, it's the thing. England has great midfielders, but they don't build a good team. This
is a very good midfield today. It's Declan Rice, Elliot Anderson, and Morgan Rogers. That's a pretty good midfield.
Yeah, but you know what they'll do in the World Cup? It will be Declan Rice.
Anderson as it looks like, based on how they're showing it, I can't tell if Rogers is the 10. I'm not watching the game. I don't know. Maybe it's a double pivot or Rice and Anderson. Rogers is the 10. Replace that with Phil Foden. No. You know what? Never mind. I've caught myself here. Because you know what's going to happen. They're going to shove Jude Bellingham in there, and that guy just destroys any chemistry.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
England's in. I'm revoking them from the top tier. They're in the second tier. It's all because they're going to build around Jude Bellingham when they should be building around someone else.
Foden.
If you want to win, yeah.
But that's what's going to happen. They're going to put Bellingham in the 10. They're going to put Foden in the 8, and they're going to put Rice in the 6. That's what they'll do. That's why England don't have a better midfield than Belgium. And
Because
lastly,
they're playing players out of position. Yeah, Declan Rice should be as an 8 because I don't want to. If you want to actually like play offensive football, Declan Rice is not the player to put in there. I'd even consider playing him as a center back because that's how that's how badly I rate him going forward. I just don't think he's good going forward, and I think that's why Arsenal are a mess because they're asking him to be a creative 8, and he's terrible at it.
I think if you put Declan Rice as an 8 in international football with Foden in the 10, and then but who do you put in the 6? Nobody.
I don't think that works because I think Phil Foden's more of a goal scorer.
You could.
I'd rather have Foden as the 8 than Declan Rice.
But then
who play Declan Rice as the 6, and then find someone else as the 10. Probably have to shove Jude Bellingham in there, but
no. But if
Foden can at least give the ball to Jude, and then Jude can go play hero ball.
But
or you can play Trent in midfield.
They tried that. They tried that in the Euros, and it didn't work. So
they tried Phil as the 10, and I don't think Jude was there. They never tried Phil as an 8.
They did do Phil as the 8 and Jude as the 10, and it didn't work. And Declan Rice as the 6. They tried that exact midfield. I think it was Serbia that they did that against.
Was it? Okay, I'm just not remembering. I missed a lot of the early games because I was on vacation for 3 weeks. So actually, I missed. I saw some of the group games.
You have not missed anything. You are very lucky not to watch that. That Serbia game, I retain this opinion, it's the worst game of football I have watched in my life. England, Serbia.
I think I did watch that one, and it was garbage.
It's the worst game of football
I've watched in my life. And then Phil Foden just got slated. Phil Foden got blamed for everything that year.
Yeah, because he won't play.
I remember he started the final, and they still blamed him, and I was like,
this is England. You win Player of the Year. Now we're gonna hype you up so we can tear you down. That's English media basically.
The one who was the worst for England was honestly Declan Rice. He was terrible in that midfield. He could not pass the ball forward. Like his progressive passing just killed their attack every time. It was so poor. And they're like, "What are you talking about? He was great." I thought Gahey was not Gahey. God, who am I thinking of? Who was on the left wing or left back? I don't remember, but it was a mess. Like Southgate didn't know what he was doing, and I thought Jude was terrible. I know he scored a few goals, but he was bad. Oh, I figured not because he was probably injured.
I can't remember if it's not Shaw. Oh, was it Trippier?
Was it Trippier? Because I know Trent started in the midfield like one game, and I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I don't remember, but. I don't remember. I was just rooting for Spain that year because I was like, dude, if Spain win the Euros, Rodri has a chance to win the Ballon d'Or. So I was like, I don't care. I'm not English, so I don't care about England. So I was just like, I don't care.
I think that's how we all read at it.
I was in Croatia for the final. It was actually the last night of my trip. I was flying home the next day, and I found there's a little Irish pub like right outside of my the little hotel Airbnb I was staying in, and it was. Yeah, there's a couple of Spanish people in there, but I just started chatting. There's some guy in an Arsenal shirt. He and I just kept talking the whole time, and I'm like, "Yeah, Rodri's the best." And then Rodri got injured. I was like, "Fuck!" And then he started glazing Zubimendi, but that was before Zubimendi was didn't moves or anything.
Zubimendi glazes wild by. You see that Hussam clip of Zubimendi.
No, I haven't. I know there was the Zubi Doo one, but I don't think that was Hussam. That was someone else.
No, it was Hussam. You know when Hussam didn't sign for Liverpool?
Oh yeah, that one was great. Like I wish you and your family ill will. Like he just went off. That was so funny. I forgot the clips. No, there's a lot of glaze on Zubimendi right now. They're basically saying that he's better than Rodri for Spain, and like he's going to take over Spain, and he's the guy. And Rodri has passed the torch, and I'm just like, whoa, like whoa. They're like, he's the perfect tempo setter. He's the metronome. I'm like, over Rodri? Have you guys watched football before in your life? Have you ever watched Rodri play? I don't think so. Like Zubimendi is not even close to that level, and I don't think he'll ever get to that level.
At age 26, Zubimendi has won one cup. That's one cup at the age of 26. He's at Arsenal now, so he's not going to win anything for the next 2 or 3 years. By the age of 20...
See how long it takes him to want to leave. How long until that team starts... Like, right now, They're signing players to how long until these players start leaving?
Probably next year if they don't win anything.
I'm just not. I don't know.
Because
part
by
of me is
the
like,
time,
yeah, they're not going to win anything, but then they might. I don't know.
Because by the time that Zubimendi is Rodri's age, he'll have won one trophy with a club. Rodri will have, or Rodri already has 2 Carabao Cups, 1 FA Cup, 1 Club World Cup, 4 league titles, 2 Super Cups, and a Champions League.
Yeah, because he won the Super Cup with Atletico before. Yeah, he won it with them.
By the way, England
and a Ballon d'Or and a Ballon d'Or. That's why when anybody brings up these midfield debates, I'm like, you're really going to argue against a Ballon d'Or winner? Like, get out of here.
To be fair,
I would say half injured Rodri has been good. I don't think he's been like terrible. There's been a couple of games he was not good in the Monaco game. I'm not going to gas him up for that one, but go rewatch the Napoli game. He was great. Go rewatch the Brentford game. Like before he got injured, man, he was cooking. Like there's just that underrated aspect of him. Like he's also an 8 at the same time. He's a 6 and an 8 literally at the same time. And like people there's no other midfielder I think that can do that. Like at a world-class level, because he's a world-class 6 and a world-class 8. Like we just flow so much better with him. Like even if he's not doing anything spectacular, just going in the right position to form the triangles to pass the ball. Like it's just so simple, and he just does it so well. And he's doing it on half a leg right now when he's in constant pain. And as I've ranted about before, I think we're mismanaging him. And there was something out today that apparently, there's one of these ITK accounts. We'll take that with a grain of salt. But they're like, Rodri should be fine for Everton, and I'm thinking to myself, should we play him?
Well, but we don't need him for Everton. Everton is shit. Without Grealish,
and they're not going to have Jack Grealish, so they're just going to come in and low block.
Without Grealish, Everton is absolute shit.
Yeah, they're just going to come in and low block. That's all they're going to do. They're not going to try to win because they don't have any offensive firepower. Yeah,
I agree. By the way, did you see the Reds on the pitch for the Belgium game?
Yeah, what was Bruno Fernandes doing at that game? I didn't understand it. Why was he on the pitch?
It's actually
Courtois to go pick him up.
It's actually Courtois was trying to pick it up.
Courtois to go pick up one rat to another. No.
It's actually
all the stuff is like, it's Trent. I'm like, no, that's Bruno Fernandes. That's not Trent. Like, look, there's Isak on the pitch. Like,
it's actually funny because
still Bruno Fernandes.
It's actually funny because I've seen that Reds run Reds was running around the entire. It was going around the pitch, and like they were trying to catch it. The security was trying to catch it, and there was a moment I wasn't even watching the game. I was watching that fucking rat because the security tried to get the rat because it was like by the advertisement boards. And it kept going over, it kept going around the advertisement boards, and security couldn't get it.
It was probably attracted to the warmth. That wouldn't surprise me. Like if it was like, this is warm. I gotta.
I don't know. I don't know what rats think, so I'm not sure about that. I don't know if rats are attracted to warmth, to be honest. I guess they are. I guess
think all animals are, especially cats.
I think if you're
like right now, she's just sitting there because she's next to the body. Sorry, that was actually she's just attracted to body warmth. So I think rats are probably the same.
Maybe. Anyhow, I've been ignoring Jet for a little while, so let me come back to you guys. Rosa says you are not ready for R9 to come back to life, and I'm guessing she's talking about Haaland because she follows it up with Haaland is the GOAT. He will win the World Cup with Norway after carrying City to a Premier League title. If he does that, he's passing the Ballon d'Or.
He's winning the Ballon d'Or if that happens. Like unanimously, like he'll get all the points I think if Norway just have a decent World Cup, like if they advance out of the group stage.
If they get quarterfinal, I think he probably
that'll give him a really good shot. Yeah.
Unless Mbappé or Yamal win the World Cup, as long as Haaland gets to the quarterfinal and City win a trophy, I think Haaland gets the Ballon d'Or.
I think he would need either after in the Premier League or the Champions League.
Probably. Or the both.
And
we will be dead.
I'm starting to think. Even though I'm like, I never believe in us to win the Champions League, so this is probably the harbinger of doom. I feel like we might have we might actually be able to, like, if we get a good draw. Jeez.
Yeah, because I think in the Champions League, the most important things in the Champions League is a striker and a goalkeeper, and we've got the best goalkeeper and the best striker. So I think we might be in for the stinky Champions League.
She just got up, walked around the computer, and came back.
Big up, Katniss.
Can you say hi?
Big up to Ryan Haaland as well.
Claws. Ow. I did that to myself. We're good.
Big up to Ryan Haaland, chat. I saw a video on YouTube earlier. Who's better than Mbappé, Kane, Haaland?
How many penalties were in that comp?
I mean, if you look from a neutral perspective, these are prime Ballon d'Or numbers, aren't they? Like, if you're a neutral fan, this is probably very entertaining to watch.
Yeah, 20 goals at this point in the season. I think that's insane for club and country. Because it counts. It all counts. Like, didn't Messi's 91 also count Argentina, or did I don't know?
Yeah, it did. I think that was 13 Argentina goals in that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Those are crazy numbers. And Haaland has what? You said 12 earlier?
Yeah, 12. 12.
That's crazy. And that's with him giving penalties up too. Because remember, I was watching that game that they won 9-0 or whatever it was, or 9 whatever. I think it was. Was it? I don't remember. It was one of these games. I was watching it, and he had 4, but he gave up a penalty. He gave the penalty to another. No, he had 5 in that game. He could have had 6, but he there was an opportunity for the other guy to get a hat trick, so he gave the penalty up.
Yeah, I remember that. Alf,
he could have 4 goals. And he missed a penalty too the other day, so he could have 2 more goals.
Yeah, that was a bit surprising, to be fair, that he missed that penalty. I guess he just really does not want. He does not want a penalty. He wants to keep that 1 penalty number, so that when people come with the penalties with statistics, he can say remove the pens. Alf, your choice: no wrists or Trafford and goal. Who you choose, pal?
What?
No wrists or Trafford and I'll put Trafford and goal.
I'll put Trafford and goal. Yeah, so you can't do this with no wrist. Like what? That would be. Oh my God, Cat.
I don't think Trafford is that bad.
That man, he's gotten 2 clean sheets this year. What are we doing? And he got Premier League save of the month. He's not exactly garbage if he's getting save of the month. First time in our franchise. Our club franchise, sorry.
Oh, no risk.
The American in me slipped. In our club's history. No
risk, Pickford. Well, Pickford is overrated anyhow.
I'll take Trafford over Pickford.
Idiots. Guys, what's your prediction?
Pickford strikes me as this guy who just wants to be a tough guy, a gangster, so bad. So a wannabe gangster in America, you call him a wankster. That's what this guy strikes me as, a wannabe gangster.
I think with Pickford, it's just not that. It's never been good. He's always been average. I really don't get why he's so hyped up. I really don't get it.
Alfie's jinxing it. An incoming Pickford masterclass on Saturday. Alfie jinxed it.
He can get a masterclass. Haaland will still score a penalty because it's due. When gamblers say it's due, but when it's not been red for a while, our penalty is due for Haaland. So we will be there. Top 3 predictions, asks Horde. I'll still go Liverpool to win the league, City to finish 2nd, and Arsenal to get 3rd.
I can go with that, yeah. And the only reason I would put Arsenal 3rd is because Chelsea have injury issues.
Chelsea.
I want to pick them 3rd so bad.
Thing is with Chelsea, though, Palmer goes missing for half a season every season. People
Their backline's a mess.
Yeah, but people forget that Palmer, he's really good in purple patches, but then he's missing for the rest of the season. People don't talk about that with Palmer. Imagine if Foden did that.
Oh, well, they give him shit for last season. Like, anytime Foden misses a chance, the whole world crucifies him. So I don't have to imagine it. We just see it after every game. Oh, he's not good enough. It's like, what?
No, not you. Not you, Ryan. Pickford. She meant Pickford.
Yeah, we're talking about Pickford. I don't even know who that guy is. I'm not chatting crap with your chat. I promise.
You're abusing my chatters. How disgraceful. When is that stream with Matthäus again, by the way? Because
it's at 9:30.
Okay, big. Is that at the City?
Yeah. It's on True City Fan TV. It's on the normal channel.
I'll set up the redirect while we close off here.
Yeah.
Doku. Here we come at last.
Oh, God. Why don't we save this for the end? I could talk for an hour about it. Actually, that's what Matthäus and I are going to talk about too.
I'll let you have a brief say on Doku before I go on my rant.
I mean, I can appreciate that he's improving as a player this season, but if anybody thinks that he's like undroppable, I think you're mistaken. I still think he has output issues. I think he's had. We're not benching Marmoush for Doku. If anybody thinks that, I think you're crazy. There's a lot of people calling for that, though. They're like, you can't, Doku's this undroppable player right now. Oh, the best I saw was a tweet that said that he and Haaland have formed a partnership. And I'm like, 3 seasons in, and they've had two or three assists to each other. Like, Doku's assisted Haaland like 3 times, and now it's a partnership. Like, what? I was like, what are you smoking? Like, like I said, he's improving, but his key is going to be consistency.
Yeah, this is the thing with Doku. This is the thing with Doku. He played 5 games really good. Hey, listen, 5 really good games.
Injured for Italy.
Who is injured for Italy?
Tonali.
Yeah, I mean, isn't Tonali the guy who got banned for like a year?
Yeah. He's really good. Everyone's like, it says, oh my God, we have to get Bruno G. I'm like, no, get Tonali. He's better.
Doku mentioned Alf activated. Yes, Rosa. So Doku
Glazers go home. The famous Alfie tweet from like 2 months ago. Like Doku Glazers go away or something like that, or go home.
Yeah, it was go home.
That set off Patrick was the first one to respond, I'm sure.
He was. He responded in like 20 minutes. He never responds to my tweets, but that in 20 minutes he was saying. He's going
to crash our stream because Matthäus and I are going to. Matthäus is not putting up with any of this BS about like, Marmoush is going to sit on the bench for Doku and Savio. Like, no, he's not.
Listen, Doku.
So I have a feeling Patrick's going to come in. He's going to come crash the stream.
But listen, you look at players like Kai Havertz, actually. Look at Kai Havertz. Oh, he goes on a purple patch. Oh, he's brilliant. No, he's not. He's fucking shit, but he goes on a purple patch. Doku is fucking shit, but he goes on a purple patch. That's the thing. He's just had 5 really good games. He played shit for Belgium. It was the worst played on the pitch, both games. Fuck the assists. He was shit. He was absolute woeful. There was a moment. Imagine getting locked up by fucking Macedonia, bruv. There was a moment against Wales. Doku receives a very good ball from De Bruyne. He literally walked straight into the centre back. Like, this guy, it's not him. He doesn't put up the numbers regularly. He doesn't play world class regularly. So if this guy is not putting in world class performances against Everton, which he probably won't because Marmoush will play, and against other teams in the Premier League consistently, and doesn't score the goals consistently, and doesn't assist consistently, I don't have the patience for this guy to sit here wanking about, give him time. He dances on the pitch. Yeah, if you want to dance, go join a fucking ballerina group or whatever the fuck. Because this guy pisses me off, man. Because he will do something very good in one game. That's one really good game. And the entire fan base is in love. The fan base is in love. Wow, look at how good he is. And now for the next 6 months, he will live off of that one game. But meanwhile, Foden will play very good for 5 games in a row. And one bad game, Foden is dead. Put him on the cross. Put out the cross. Put Foden on it. Get this man crucified. But Doku, he played one really good game. He gets to live off that for the next 6 months. He's not young anymore. He does that every
season, though. He either lights up Bournemouth or he lights up West Ham. And then he lives off of that for months. He's lit up West Ham multiple times. And then there's that Bournemouth game where he had 3 assists, and it's like, oh.
This guy, by the way, he's 23. He's not young anymore. You know what the most goals Doku has gotten in a Premier League season is?
Like 5?
3.
Oh, jeez. And they want to benchmark. They want to benchmark Marmouche. These are the same people who are constantly crying about, oh, Erling Haaland is scoring all the goals. We need other players to play to score goals. Haaland can't do it all, and they're openly advocating that Marmouche is benched for Doku.
Yeah,
I'm like, well, you want to bench your goal?
Marmouche scored 7 goals last season
in 4 months.
Yeah, in the Premier League alone.
Yeah,
I mean, he didn't score in Champions League, but he scored
we played like 2
goals.
games. He only played like 1 or 2 games because we got eliminated.
He played
so
2
early.
games. He played 2 games, but I think both off the bench actually.
Yeah, because he had like just joined the team. Like, and him and Nico Gonzalez just got like thrown into the fire. Like, hey, welcome to the team. You have to play at the Bernabeu for your first or second game. Like, what?
Did we let De Bruyne go too early, like Mahrez, just to get the... I don't think we let De Bruyne go too early. I think we just should not have let De Bruyne go, period. We should have let De Bruyne
we let De Bruyne go and we kept Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
I think De Bruyne this season has already like exceeded Bernardo's output of the entire season of last season. De Bruyne is on like 9 goals right now between club and country. I know he has 3 in Serie A, and then he has like 6 for Belgium right now. But it's okay. We got Bernardo Silva, guys. Don't worry.
But
what a goal!
I think with I mean, I don't think I know for certain. If we had kept De Bruyne and had Sherky there, okay, Sherky got injured, but whatever. That's just short term. We would have had someone else to provide those numbers. And it's not about having one player who can do it. It's about having multiple players who can do it. That's what depth is, right? We don't have
having a guy who scored 28 goals last season and wanting to bench him. I don't get that logic.
I mean, that's ridiculous, though.
For a guy who scored 3. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
I mean... This guy, by the way, what has he done to make people think he's the next Mahrez? Because he came in to replace Mahrez.
Just remember, we also sold Cole Palmer because we bought Doku. That's why Palmer wanted to leave, or that was a factor in Palmer wanting to leave. Because, like, I know that Mahrez opened up a space for Palmer to potentially play, and then when you buy Doku, that just like plugs that hole automatically. But Palmer thinks, oh, I don't have a shot to make it in this team.
Well, Palmer didn't want to,
and we got less money for Palmer than we paid for Doku.
Palmer asked to go on loan, and the club decided to sell him.
I don't get that. But would he have asked to go on loan if we didn't buy Doku?
No, he wouldn't have asked that, but he asked to go on loan, presumably to prove himself. But we sold him because we're like, fuck you, we've got Doku. And I mean, there is no mistake in selling Palmer. Let's not do that. There's no mistake in selling Palmer. There's no mistake in letting go of, what's his name, Mahrez. The mistake comes and trying to get Doku to be the replacement. And then you have one player who needs to be given time, And then you go get Savio. Oh, you need to give this guy time as well. Then you go get Bob from the academy. Oh, he needs time. Our entire fucking front line, Bart Haaland, needs time. Mate, we don't have time, bro. We don't have the experienced players there to give us time for all these fucking kids.
We brought one in, but people want to bench him.
Yeah.
I can't make the logic. I got into an argument with someone literally. He's like, just you watch. Marmoush will be the bench player. And I'm like, we're not benching 28 goals. We're just not.
28 goals on the bench.
Okay. I'll give him this point. I think Marmoush will be eased back into the side. So he'll come off the bench and he'll probably come off the bench versus Everton. He'll probably come off the bench versus Villa. Maybe he starts Villarreal. I don't know. I would not be surprised if that was a bench game. But he'll have a couple of games where he's just coming off the bench to get his fitness. Once he's fit, he's starting most of the games. I'm sorry. He's going to start most of the games. And other players are going to have to be accommodated because 1, he scores goals, and 2, he makes almost $300K a week. We're not benching him. And it's not like he had a fallout with Pep Guardiola like Jack Grealish did. He just got injured. And I'm sorry. You're not going to, it's like Rodri. You're not going to bench Rodri when he's available just because somebody else is playing better in front of him. You're going to play the better player once, when they're fit. So I think some people are going to be disappointed. Some of the fanboys are going to be a little bit disappointed.
Big up, by the way, to Ryan as well, because he's 55, followed City home and away for the year. It's big up.
Nice. That must have been. I bet you seen some cool games.
I bet he's seen a lot of bad games when they were playing Gillingham.
That's true. Yeah, main road era, probably not. Probably worth scrubbing from your memory.
I mean, 55.
He was born in the 70s. Yeah.
You'd be just too late to watch.
Yeah, you're probably too young to watch the good era of the 70s. The Colin Bell and Franny Lee team, Summerby. Yeah, probably missed that era.
Late 60s, early 70s, too late for that.
Yeah.
Just in time to watch
Donnarumma and Cauliflower just fucked that one up. But oh no, is Donnarumma injured?
Oh, dude.
He's very slow to get up. Well, who was talking about Trafford earlier? You might want to. Oh, Donnarumma's grabbing his knee. Uh-oh.
Oh, dude.
I think he just got spiked. Calafiore injuring. Oh, Donnarumma looks devastated. He's going, this is bad. Oh no. Oh, he's just cut up. I think he's just cut up. They're putting a little they're using a gauze pad to kind of clean up. Yeah, and then an ice pack. He's not gonna sit there for 2 minutes with an ice pack. Okay. I think it's just a knock. I think he's okay. I don't think it's like anything. But,
let's hope so.
Cauliflower when spikes into his knee, that prick. Arsenal scumbag.
Arsenal players are so scummy, by the way, but that's not the topic entirely. But
he's just a little he's a little cut up, but that's about it.
The main point from Brian was he thinks we let go of De Bruyne and Mahrez too early. I don't think you can let go of a player too early. If you sell a player, but you replace him with someone better or equally good, you haven't let go of anyone too early. You can't let go of a player too early. You can only let go of them too late, and you can only replace them poorly. I think we didn't let anyone go early.
Alvarez.
No. I think we...
Speaking of people whining about Alvarez, I know plenty of them. They're still just like, we lost the title last year because we got rid of Alvarez. I'm like...
No. Alvarez was crying because he could not get ahead of Haaland, bro. But Haaland isn't world class, by the way. Okay, standing up.
Alvarez is better. Alvarez, Gyökeres, and Isak are all better than Haaland, according to the mob, the internet.
Who eye test merchants who don't have very good eyes, I suppose. Yeah, you know the kid from Home Alone with the really big glasses.
Fuller.
Fuller. That is people who say eye tests and then say Isak is better than Haaland.
Or in the bifocals, yeah.
Anyhow, Kelkster does have to go because she will be streaming herself. And I'll redirect this to Kelkster's stream. So, Alfred, big up, like and subscribe if you haven't already.
Matthias will be there too. We're going to
If they get
continue this
Matthijs-
conversation about Doku, and I that'll be like the bat signal for Patrick. He's going to be like, I got to come on and defend my guy.
So go over
Probably
there
be
if
about
you
5
want-
minutes late, just to warn you guys, because I haven't eaten lunch yet, so I have to go.
So
shove
go
some-
over there if you want to see Doku getting cooked a bit more in detail, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
We'll be rational about it, though. Bye.
You will be rational, sure.